Hi, welcome to Inkscape for Teachers. I'm Jeff Phillips. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how you can use Inkscape's transformation tools to reflect objects and teach reflection transformations. So I'll start up a new Inkscape file, File New. If you don't want the page border, click the Document Properties icon up here, or File, Document Properties, and take the tick out of Page Border. And let's go and show the grid by View, Page Grid. If you wish to change the spacing of the grid, you can do that in the Document Properties as well by clicking on that, and then under Grids change the settings in here. Now I'm going to draw a couple of axes about which to reflect, so I'll use the Bezier pen tool. I'll just click and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, say 10 grid squares. It's not snapping to grid. That should be on there. Let's see now, snap to grid, and click and enter to finish the line. Looks like the top point was okay. I'll just Control D to duplicate that line after selecting it and rotate it 90 degrees. I've chosen an odd number, of course, so I'll drag it down just to sit it on a grid line. If you want to even things up, you can drag lines around like so, or widen things, Control Shift to widen from the centre outwards. But there's a basic grid with axes. Now if I want to transform a shape, let's just draw a shape with the Bezier pen tool. Click, let's say right angle triangle, just click your way around and click to finish and press enter. When you're finished, click the select tool and a colour to give it a colour. Now if I click that a second time, you'll see a little cross on the hypotenuse. I should have chosen a square, shouldn't I? But if I control mouse wheel to zoom in, you might see this cross. That's the rotation centre for the object. I'll mouse wheel to zoom out. That can be moved, because if I go to reflect an object now, say in a vertical axis, it'll reflect about that point. But I want it to reflect about the axis that I've specially drawn here. I'll drag this rotation centre down. Just click the snap to rotation centre icon there, and it should snap to the centre of the grid lines there. If you're not getting the snapping behaviour you want, you can try different combinations up there. But I've got the snap to grid as the main one on, and snap to object rotation centres. Now with the object selected, I'll just mouse wheel zoom out a bit. If I click the reflect in a vertical axis, I'll Control D to duplicate first and give the duplicate a green colour. If I reflect that in a vertical axis, there we have it. If I go back and Control D to duplicate again, give the duplicate a pink colour and reflect in a horizontal axis. Now that's a bug in Inkscape that should have reflected in the other axis. I'll Control Z, just click again on that pink shape, and you can see that the rotation centre is down here, so it should reflect about this point horizontally and end up down here. Sometimes you just have to drag it around and drag it back to remind Inkscape what's going on. Now if we click rotate in a horizontal axis, reflect in a horizontal axis, it'll do that. So I'll report this bug to Inkscape, but perhaps just before you do each transformation, drag the centre out and back again just to make sure Inkscape's aware of where it is. If I want to reflect this one now about the vertical axis, click a second time. See the point is there. I'll just change it to yellow, see if it does reflect correctly in a vertical axis. If I click up here, yes it does. Maybe it's something to do with duplicating. Control Z to go back, Control D to duplicate. I'll give that a pink colour. Perhaps now try it, and it still works. Yep, so there we have how to use Inkscape's reflection tools to transform and reflect shapes in axes. Thanks for watching.